Well, hello everybody. This is Tyler Crouch here with the Kingdom Report, and recently Katrina and I were lucky enough to be able to get on a Disney cruise. It was incredible. We go on the Disney Dream, and we took off from Port Canaveral, and I'm going to walk you through some new things that you can expect when you try and board a Disney cruise during COVID. And this is the port here. It's nice to see the Disney Dream once again. It's been a few years since I was able to see it. I was really excited about this trip. And the first thing you'll notice when you get to the actual terminal at the cruise area, you will see that there is nobody there. I mean, it was quiet. There was literally nobody in the terminal. It was kind of insane. And you can see there's the parking lot area, which is where we actually went. This is also the place where they do a lot of the COVID checkpoints. So you'll pull into the garage. There'll be people there that'll look for your paperwork. If you're vaccinated, you show them your paperwork that you've been vaccinated, and they let you go through, and you skip all that. Or if you're not vaccinated, or if you're under 12, you're going to have to go to one of these tents, and they're going to take your COVID test, and they're going to see if you've got COVID or not. And if you don't have COVID, you're good. And if you do, you're not getting on the ship. And they make you actually do travel insurance if you are not vaccinated. Just a heads up. So here we are in the atrium, and what they do is they just call your name, and you get to go in, and they have a little show. Let's take a peek.
Minnie and Nikki insisted they join me here to be the first to welcome you aboard the beautiful Disney Dream. We missed you, and we can't tell you how great it feels to see our stunning atrium filled with families again. Families that are about to create lifelong memories together. Our shipboard family have been working tirelessly to ensure every detail is taken care of, so your family can experience the magic that is Disney. So it's time for the fun to begin. Captain, take it away. It's good time. Good time. To the east, to the west. Yeah. Celebrate. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has a good time. It's good time. Great to see ya. Keep the fun going.
So from there, you're pretty much able to do whatever you want, but you do have to keep in mind that the muster drill is about to happen. So we just decided to stop by our stateroom real quick, and Katrina got a backpack because it was technically her second cruise, and they give out little gifts. And so we also got some sparkling wine, but the stateroom was very nice. We had a great room, I thought, and also just the view itself was incredible, which you'll see in a minute. But speaking of the muster drill, it's important to keep in mind that everybody's favorite part of the cruise has now been made simpler, actually. So you see here on the Disney Cruise app, they show you exactly where your station is for the muster drill, and all you have to do is use your app to take a photo of the station that you belong to, and then they say, oh, okay, they've been to the station, they know where they're going. It has all these nice little safety rules here just in case you're, still lost on where you're supposed to go. And that's it. That's the entire muster drill, and then you're off. You don't have to wait around for alarms or anything like that. And it is a beautiful view from our stateroom. It was so nice. And we were just waving goodbye to this other Disney ship off in the distance. And of course, the first place we had to head once we took off was the adult area and the Cove Cafe. Cove Cafe is one of my favorite places on the entire ship because it's all nice and quiet over there. And you can just get a glimpse here of just how insane this quietness is on this cruise. I mean, there is nobody in this area right now. This is the adult area, 18 plus around here. And you can see that they have the Cove Bar in the pool as well. And there's nobody in the pool. And right behind there on the left-hand side is the spa. And you have this gorgeous view of the ocean. And up there above the adult pool, you can see Currents, which was completely dead the entire time that we were on the cruise. If you haven't realized by now, I'm going to say that this cruise was dead about 100 more times during this video. It was incredible. I heard that there was only 1,400 people on this ship when it can hold around 4,000. And you will never see a dead deck like this. Deck 11 is usually alive and beaming but there is just people relaxing. Nobody's even in the pool. People just watching Tarzan up here. So I mean, it was incredible. I think now is like the best time to cruise before things get too crowded again. And speaking of dead once more, look at this dining room. I mean, there's nobody here. This is just, they didn't even seat us with other people. They just let us sit by ourselves, one party to a table. So you don't even have to share it with another person. The food has been incredible. Of course, everybody knows that the food on the Disney cruise is great, but they did pull out the stops for this. Or they did not. I don't know how that goes. But I mean, look at this. This quiche was one of my favorite things. It was like a mushroom quiche. It was so good. This was a pecan tart that I had for dessert that just blew my socks off. Just every night was like a different adventure, and I just wanted to go back for more and more. They even had a gluten-free lemon cake for Katrina because she has that gluten allergy, unfortunately. And man, this was one of my favorite desserts as well, an opera cake. An opera cake is extremely time-intensive dessert to make, and it was just great to see one there. So let's talk quickly about the different kind of entertainment options you'll see during the different dining room experiences. So here we are in Enchanted Garden, and as you can see, Mickey and pals are coming through and kind of waving to everybody from a distance, and they play a little song and they dance around and they wave to everyone from a distance, obviously from COVID. So they're not going to come up to your table and have a good old time with you, too close up, but they'll say hi. But if you're over in the Royal Palace, you have some nice piano music playing. Sometimes we had a violinist come in at one point. And then also, if you're over in the Animator's Palette, you can talk to Crush, and he interacts with you just like he would at Disney World or Disneyland. It's pretty neat. But let's move on to my favorite dining, which was the adult dining. We managed to secure a Remy brunch and a Palo dinner, and here is the Remy brunch. I mean, I look at this and I go, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, and I devoured this whole. It was like aged ham. And look at what they did to these asparagus. Look at the bottom tips. They cut the tops or the bottoms off of them. There's caviar, there's hollandaise. It was just so well balanced. And this was an amazing pasta dish. This was so good. And they even made one gluten-free for Katrina as well. Gluten-free pasta is something she doesn't get that often at a place like this. I mean, that was incredible. There was ham and everything. This is a chicken, it's like rolled chicken. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a chicken roll with like mushrooms on the bottom. It was incredible. And then, of course, we can't forget about Palo. Palo is like probably our favorite place to eat. Remy is more of like an experience, but Palo just has the like good home, down-to-earth food. Again, another one where we just had incredible meals. Look at this calamari. Look at that shrimp. Are you kidding me? I mean, it was to die for. It was honestly too much food. By the end, I was really dying. And we had this pappardelle pasta. I mean, again, Katrina had a gluten-free option for herself too. And it was just incredible. These adult dining things can be yours for an upcharge. They charge you a little bit more. But it's all worth it to me. I don't know. It was incredible, and I love Palo. I would highly suggest that one. And the way you do all these things is by booking them through the app now. So you go on the app, you decide what you want to do. You can get through to dining reservations, different fun things to do on the boat, the things to do at the different ports, which right now is only Castaway Key. But as you can see, you just scroll through, you choose exactly what you want to do. And it's easy peasy. I mean, we did reserve a fun cat, and it ended up we got a message the next morning saying, "Oh no, actually there's a technical issue, so you're not gonna be able to do your fun cat," which was a little bit of a bummer. But we still had a great time on Castaway Key. We'll get to that in a little bit. It was just a really easy way to get your reservations. And as you can see here with the onboard fun, they had all these great, all you have to do is just choose your day, and then they have all these great different like alcohol tastings, and I ended up doing a whiskey tasting, Katrina ended up doing a champagne tasting, and it was just a lot of fun, and the teachers we had were knowledgeable, and it was very quiet because, again, COVID, it was just like they only had like a few people for class, and it was just outstanding. I can't recommend it enough. So maybe do one of those if you would like. And then as well with the app, you can also just every drink you buy, anything you buy, you do it through the app. So you just give somebody your room number, and then they do everything through the app. You do the the tip, and just you pay for everything, you confirm it, and it all goes to your folio. So now let's talk about how you get on Castaway Key. Through the app, of course. You join a queue. There's a little queue to join. You see how many people are in front of you, which is pretty much always 1 or 2, and you just head right off onto the island. And it was really simple, really easy. There's a little list of things you might need to know, which, you read through it, and it's not that hard. And it made everything very simple, made it just... I really enjoyed it. I love everything being through the app. I think they did a great thing. So here's our adventure. There's Castaway Key off in the distance. It was really nice to see the island again. We pulled into the port early in the morning, and then they let us off around 9 a.m. or so, I believe. And yeah, here we are. I mean, look at that ship. It's gorgeous. And honestly, one of our favorite things to do is, especially if there's 2 Castaway Key days, is to just spend one day on the ship, because then it's really quiet on the ship too. But Castaway Key, for anybody that doesn't know, is Disney's private island, and they really do a great job of keep maintaining it and keeping it beautiful. And you can go and grab lunch on the island. There's a barbecue out there, which we ended up doing, and they have a teen beach, they have an adult beach, they have all these different boats you can rent, they have snorkeling gear, and all this stuff. Again, you do it through the app. It's all brand new on the app. You just click a button and sign up for it, and there you go. And one thing I will say about Castaway Key at this moment is there were no characters on Castaway Key, which last time we were there a few years ago, there were characters everywhere up and down this whole part of the beach, but that was not the case this time. So we got on a tram and headed straight for Serenity Bay, which the only way you can get to Serenity Bay, which is the adult beach, is this tram that's kind of towards further back in the island. But it's a really easy thing to do. You just hop on the tram, wait for a couple minutes, and honestly, what I would say is Serenity Beach was actually more crowded than the regular family beach, which is kind of insane. It really seems like things are backwards there, but we hung out at Serenity Bay and did had a couple drinks, went in the water for a little bit, and then we decided it was time to head back to the ship. It was, we were there for a few hours, and honestly, I'm more, a lot of people love Castaway Key, but I'm more there for the ship, and it was another simple process. I mean, Disney has made it really nice, but this brings me to my favorite thing in the entire cruise that we did, which is the Rainforest room. So usually the Rainforest room, is like kind of an upcharge where you get to go in with multiple people. There's 2 saunas there, 2 steam rooms and 1 sauna. There are 2 jacuzzis that are on an outdoor deck. There are heat stone beds that you can lay on. Here's the heat stone beds, and they're warm, and they kind of make your body tingle and whatnot, and you just relax. So again, usually people kind of go in and out throughout the day. It can be like a little bit, I don't know, how do you say it? Not bothersome, but a little distracting. This was $170. You could get up to 10 people in here. They're doing 1 group at a time, and it is amazing. And here's my favorite part, the actual rainforest showers, right? So once you're done getting all steamy or hot in one of the saunas or steam rooms, you jump into one of these cold showers. And there's different temperatures, but most of them are cold, and they just kind of cool down your muscles, your body, and everything is right with the world again, and it's just incredible. And I have to tell you guys too, this is one of my favorite parts. We didn't even plan this from the beginning, but book this for when you're leaving Castaway Key, and you'll be able to see an amazing view leaving the island, and just listen to these beautiful horns. I mean, just look at this view. It's incredible. And you can have this privately for $170 up to 10 people. Like I said, this is the only thing that we couldn't book through the app. We had to book this right when we got on the ship. We walked up to the spa and we booked it because I just heard such good things about the Rainforest room and I really wanted to take it in. But I mean, look at this gorgeous view. I mean, can you beat this? I don't think you can. I do not think you can, but I cannot understate the just quietness of this cruise. There was barely anybody around. This was right after the fireworks. There was nobody to be seen. I mean, this is unheard of right after fireworks. And they even did 2 fireworks showings on 2 different nights so that they could spread people out. I honestly missed the fireworks by a little bit. I had a class happening that night, and I kind of regret it a little bit, but I've seen the fireworks out there before. But, I mean, this is just, you cannot beat this, guys. Look at this beautiful place. I mean, come on now. My voice gets high when I'm excited. So anyway, that's about it for our Disney cruise update. Oh yeah, the adult area too. Look at this. I mean, there's nobody here. I don't know how many times I can say that. I know you've heard that enough, but it's just incredible to me. I just really want to go back tomorrow. I really do. But that's gonna do it for our little cruise update. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any more questions, leave it down in a comment below. Thank you guys for watching the Kingdom Report. We really appreciate it. If you have a little thumbs up in your body that you can give us, then we greatly appreciate it, and we love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.